I'm going to give you a little thought for the day. Starting with Job chapter 1 and chapter 2. You know, Job faced a lot of things in life, but he had the Lord, and everything he had was taken away. Even his health was gone, but still yet he didn't curse the Lord or didn't turn from the Lord. He still served the Lord, and I tell you, he lost 10 of his kids at one time. Now, that'd be something hard to deal with, but still yet he give the Lord the praise, and he said, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And I tell you, that goes to show us through our trials, whatever we face, that this same God is with us, and he'll see us through. And no doubt, in Job's mind, he probably didn't know what was going on. He didn't understand it. He didn't question God, but I know a lot of times we do. We question what's going on, but God sees the bigger picture in our life, and he knows best, and one day we'll see it, if not here, in heaven. Now listen to this about Job right here. Chapter 1. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. That man was perfect and upright, one that feared God and eschewed evil. So he avoided evil. And that, when the Lord looked at him, ain't nobody in this life perfect except Jesus. The Lord see Jesus in him, and that's how come he was perfect. In the flesh, he wasn't perfect, but in the spirit, he was. That new man. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance also was 7,000 sheep, and 3,000 camel, and 500 yokes of oxen, and 500 she asses, and a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men in the east. And his sons went and fasted in their house, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. And it was so that when the day of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning and offered a burnt offering. What'd be good if we had more godly fathers like that would pray for their kids and be concerned about their soul, according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that that my sons have sinned and cursed God in their hearts. Thus did Job continually. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro through the earth, walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like unto him in the earth, a perfect man, and an upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil? You know, I'll be glad that when the old devil no longer tempts us, and he's cast into hell. You know, he's tempted people and aggravated them through all these years and thousands of years. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear God for naught? Hast thou made a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the Lord, the works of his hands, and the substance is increased in the land. I tell you, devil, if he could, he'd have us killed, and he'd have everything we got took away. He's just no good. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. You know, I thank the good Lord, too. I'm going to say this. I thank the good Lord that the devil can't do nothing unto us unless he goes to God, and God allows it. And, thank God we're in God's hands. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their elder brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job, and said, The oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them. You know, the first thing the devil took away was Job's oxen and him, so he couldn't sacrifice, so he couldn't pray to the Lord. And I can't pronounce the name, fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking there, so this happened just real quick, all this did. There came also another one and said, The fire of God is fallen from heaven, and hath burned up thy sheep and thy servants, and consumed them, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came another and said, The Chaldeans made out 3 bands, and fell upon the camels, and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came another and said, Thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their elder brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead, and I alone am escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job, now listen what Job done right here. Then Job arose and rent his mantle, and shaved his head, and fell down upon the ground, and worshipped, and said, Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord giveth, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly. And I'm going to pick up the rest of it in just a moment.